Hi, I'm Peter and I'm up at Wellhouse today to take a look at this, their new Nissan N350 conversion. Now I apologise for the ski outfit, it is absolutely freezing up in Barnsley. The Riviera weather hasn't kicked in yet at all and it's about 4 degrees and a bit cold with the wind chill, so sorry about the rustling noises from the jacket. So what can I tell you about Nissan N350? Well, the interesting thing is, if you live in a low emission zone and need a petrol vehicle, this is offered in 2 petrol engines. They're the ones they're expecting will be the big sellers. There's a 2 litre 130 PS petrol and a 2.5 litre 147 PS petrol, both with automatic gearboxes, so super smooth to drive. And there's also a diesel option if you want a bit more economy. But the petrol ones, I think, will be the ones that will be popular. Fully London ULEZ compliant, so that's a really big plus. This one is the, as you can see, the long wheelbase version. That's not that long at all, actually. It's actually shorter than a lot of medium vans over here. So, for example, a Vivaro is about 5.4 metres. This is 5.08 metres long, so not very long at all. As you can see, it's got the steel factory fitted high top. So this one has a rear kitchen layout with a few unique features that I'm going to show you. They're also going to be building it on the short wheelbase model. Now the short wheelbase model is really short. It's only 4.7 metres long. By comparison, something like a short wheelbase Transit Custom is around 5 metres. So really compact vehicle. It's going to have a pop top, again, like the Transit Custom, and it's going to have a sliding seat bed system, crash tested travel seats, and the side kitchen. That one is in development at the moment. I'll put a sneak preview in this video so you can see what that's roughly going to look like in build, but that's not yet finished, so I can't do a full video on that. That will follow, so keep watching these pages. But for now, let's have a look at this one because it has some really unique features to the interior that will really set it apart. Works really well, this one, I think. So let's take a closer look inside. So as you can see, it's quite a big lounge area on this van. I like the fact it's all been fully trimmed, so you can't see any of the base vehicle metal. In fact, anyway, you can on the tailgate. That's the only thing you can see on the interior. So it gives it quite a nice factory feel. These panels also neatly integrate the window system. So it's got pull across blinds in the usual fashion. And there's one here as well. And an opening side window. I think that's the original factory one. So you've got a bit of ventilation in it. Not that you need it today on this freezing cold day, but still. Nice one single piece LED light strips. And up here, we've got lovely deep overhead lockers. That's one of the advantages, the extra storage you get with a high top van. And there's a storage space above the cab that's, oh, it's really deep. That will be perfect for the dining table. I'm sure that's where that will go. You'll also notice on this van, it's got the latest Wellhouse control system. So if I touch that, you'll see it goes through various things, and you can look at your lighting, you can scroll through that, check out your battery condition. Oh, it's only fair. We need to do a bit of work there. Needs to go on charge. Water levels, temperatures, all sorts of good stuff. So it goes off automatically, so you don't need to do anything else. Usual light switches over here, and the blown air heating system, which is under one of the lounge seats. Now, I've also noticed over on this side you have some additional USB sockets, a 12 volt socket rated at 120 watts, and your main socket, which obviously only works on a hookup. What I really like is how much space you have, and nothing blocks the entrance door, so you can look outside and you can admire the view. Admittedly, it's an industrial estate now, but you get the point. But yeah, very sociable layout, and it integrates well with the outside. So a lot of camper vans block the entrance door with kitchen cabinets. particularly on high tops, and they haven't done it on this. It's a pleasant lounge area, it really is. So let me show the storage under here. So underneath this ottoman, big deep storage locker, it goes full width under there. I don't know if this lifts up so you can see it, I'm not sure it does. And you can also access it out the front there. Now this seat here, if I just lift up the cushion, you can see what's going on under here. So you've got a nice deep storage locker, but it also slides out to bridge this gap here to form part of the bed base. And the bed is absolutely massive. So we'll just set that up so you can see how much room you actually get. So first of all, you slide this section fully out, move the cushion up, and then you get this infill cushion, pop it down in place, and that slots in there. And then if we come over to the other side, you'll see we've now got a big U-shaped area, and all we need to do is add the infill section from the rear after we slide forward this bed base. So I'll just go and grab that. Okay, well that took me about a minute to do. Very, very simple. And as you can see, the bed is massive. It's been quite a while since I've been on a bed this large in this smaller van. When you think I've got a long wheelbase Renault Traffic, 5.4 metres. This, you know, it's 30 centimetres shorter than that van, and the bed is absolutely colossal. That's not all this van has either. We'll head into the kitchen area and I'll show you some unique features there, but having a massive bed with loads of headroom that's easy to make up in such a compact van, brilliant, really big plus. I actually think it's a 3-seater, it's got 3 travel seats. The front one only has a lap belt, but it does have 3 travel seats. You could actually sleep 3 people in here, as long as you're quite friendly. But yeah, I think a family of 3 would fit in here. So quite remarkable for the size and width of vehicle. Brilliant use of space, works really well. I like this a lot. I can see a lot of people leaving this made up as a sort of day bed as well, or just having part of it made up, perhaps just leaving off the central bit. Yeah, really, really nice layout this. Unique. It's a real doddle to set it back into its normal mode. Just slide the unit back and then you put your floor space back. And then the same with this unit here. Just lift up the cushion, pop it on top of the other one, and then just slide the whole unit backwards. Now the other thing on this side of the van as well, if you notice, we've got the curtain systems, again all neatly trimmed, and the curtain system on the sliding door. Now I've saved the best bit till last. So as you can see, we've got a really spacious rear kitchen layout, and it has some unique features. So let's have a look at some of those. So if we pan down here, as you can see, you've got a Vitrifrigo slide out fridge, so it's accessible from both the lounge and the kitchen. And next to it, and this is quite unique for the size of van, a proper mini oven. So that's a really useful and extra little feature to have. Just pop that shut with a clong. And over here, masses of worktop. I'll just come through so you can get a better look at that. But masses of worktop, far more than you get in a usual 5-metre camper van. And under here, still with the foam, we've got the 2-burner gas hob and nice deep sink. I'll just put the foam back, I'll pop those down, You've also got a readout for the LPG system, needs topping up, fridge control and the lighting controls, as well as a couple of useful storage shelves. Now over here, again I'll just pan down, they've really maximised the storage in this van. So you've got a nice cutlery drawer there, a nice under sink storage area, and if I just wiggle around here, you can see below the mini oven there's another useful drawer, and to the rear another deep locker and a huge storage area. And that's a really good sized space. So over here we've got two really large storage areas. Just pop those both down. I mean, these are big, these are quite deep. So what are they? 1.5 hand widths. So great for, I think they could be ideal for plates, crockery, bowls, mugs, tea and coffee making equipment, that sort of thing. Now the other nice feature is up here. Look at this nice fan. And now it's electrical, so it can be used to extract air from the vehicle, or it can drag cool air in summer, so to give you a bit of cross breeze. And best of all, it comes with its own remote control. How cool's that? So yeah, very nice feature to have. So let's just switch it on, see what it does. Hey, that's really good. Oh, you press one button, it automatically switches on and opens up. Absolutely brilliant. And I'll just see what it says on the control, so you can probably hear it. Oh, yeah. This was a mistake. It's freezing here. I'm going to switch it off. Oh, and then it automatically powers itself shut. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm liking that. That's a great thing to have. Now, the other amazing feature on this van, if I open these wardrobe doors, look at all that space you've got. Absolutely masses of space, and there's a hanging rail too for your ball gowns. So really good level of space. Every inch has been maximised. And as with everything on the van, positive locking catches. So I've saved the best bit till last. This is this van's unique feature. Lift up this kitchen worktop. Again, really useful bit of extra worktop space. And you'll find a Thetford cassette loo with electric flush. Really nice feature to have in this size van. Now I know you're thinking, you will have privacy because they're going to fit a privacy screen across there that will pull across. We'll hopefully show you a photo of that in the rest of the video. And this forms a nice little private wash area, getting ready area. Got the sink close at hand, and in here you've got these two big wardrobes, so it's almost like your own private changing room. Perhaps you'd put a mirror over here for ladies getting ready, or men. So it's a really nice convivial area. I can see, you know, you can put all your cosmetics on here, maybe your shaving equipment, things like that. Very well laid out little back room. So this area works really well as well. Also, if you're not using the loo, you've got somewhere to sit while you're cooking. So many uses. So if you open up this door, you can easily access the Thetford loo cassette, and these are nice and easy and clean to change. So real plus point to this van, much nicer than having a porta potty. Now you'll also notice over here we've got the shower inlet hose feed. So this is ideal for rinsing off salty wetsuits muddy dogs, dirty boots, that kind of thing. Useful to have an outdoor shower. And obviously you can attach it, if I just pan up so you can see, you can attach it to the tailgate. You can just add a little bracket on there if you want to have a shower outside. Now the other point to mention, long items, possibly even a bicycle could go down the middle, but I think maybe a narrow kayak could fit in there, skis, fishing rods, any sort of long hobby equipment. Water ski could go in there. So yeah, really good practical vehicle. And the kitchen is just stunning. Really, really comprehensive. And we'll just come over this side, and yeah, your own little private washroom and changing area. Really good. And then if we come through, if we just walk through to the lounge, you'll see lots of space to get comfy. And this I really like. Look at this for a feature. How good is that? Really nice step feature. Now this van also has an external main socket which allows you to run devices outside underneath the shade of this optional cassette awning. The tall appearance really does fool you. It's actually quite a short vehicle, just over 5 metres long, 5 metres and 8 centimetres. Very compact. So let's check out the cab area. Well, the first thing to note is you've got a useful extra seat. I'll just pop that seat back so you can see it more clearly. You've got a useful extra seat in the centre. It's only got a 3-point lap belt, so probably not ideal for kids, but perhaps temporary use for adults would be okay. And if I adjust this catch here, I'll just unclip the seat belt, get out of the way. You'll see you've got a useful storage tray for your bits and pieces and a couple of cup holders. So that's quite a nice little picnic table for the two of you when you're on your way somewhere. And yeah, it's quite convivial being an extra seat. It makes it feel sort of spacious and open in here. As with all Japanese vehicles, it's an automatic gearbox. I've said many times I'm a big fan of automatics. They're just a lot easier to live with, particularly in a city centre where you're likely to encounter a lot of traffic. So I think that's a real plus point. You'll pay extra for that in a European van, but a Japanese van, they generally come with automatics as standard because the Japanese love automatics. But inside the cab, there's plenty of space, there's plenty of room, electric windows, electric mirrors, which open and close, and the usual high-powered air conditioning system that Japanese vehicles always have. This one's also been kitted with a UK spec radio because obviously the Japanese ones can't be used over here. As with all Japanese vans, there are lots of clever features like this neat cup holder, just slides neatly out of view, a lovely deep glove box, and lots of storage in the deep door pockets. You could probably get a 2-litre bottle of water in that one. A smart feature of this particular van is when you fire the engine up and stick it in reverse, a cool little camera display appears in the centre of the dashboard. This is actually a really helpful and practical little device. The only thing to be aware of, as you'll see, the steering wheel spokes get slightly in the way of it. So if you're turning at an angle, you just need to be aware of that. But yeah, it's a pleasant and convivial space to be in, and it feels roomy. There's an elevated driving position, but it's not so elevated you'll feel like that you have to clamber up into it, although it is quite a tall vehicle. So yeah, I think most people will enjoy driving this. So stick it in drive, check your mirrors are all adjusted, and right, let's hit any of the parked cars. Let's Always a good idea to avoid them. Oh, that's third. I want D. Just going to adjust the steering wheel up. That's better. It's just a little bit close to my legs, but that's much better. It's got a really nice steering feel, this. A lot of them, the Japanese vehicles, the power steering can be overly light, but I think this one is really quite pleasant. Oh, it is a pleasure being in an automatic. My daily drive is a manual, and yeah, that's the one thing I regret about that van. I wish I'd got an automatic. But at the time they didn't do one, so I couldn't. Good visibility. You sit quite high in this vehicle, so if you're a shorter person, you will absolutely love it. It will give you a really good driving position. For a tall person, again, absolutely fine too. The only issue, oh no, it's not, it's fine. Sometimes you have an issue that the sun visors are too low, but they're not, they're absolutely fine on this. Lots of big windows, decent sized mirrors, plenty of visibility, and yeah, not a lot to complain about. Lovely smooth petrol engine, and it's very subdued as well. Sometimes with these cab forward designs, the engine noise can be quite intrusive. It really isn't on this one. It's very good. I'm only going to take it a little way up the road because I've noticed it's got the fuel light on, so I don't want to have to do the call of shame to Wellhouse. Come and rescue me. So what's it like to drive? Oh, it's very good, very good. One of the better cab forward ones I've driven. Feels quite modern. It feels more modern than I was expecting. Bearing in mind the NV350 came out in 2012. It drives like a modern van. Every bit as good as a brand new off-the-shelf European van. But Japanese vans have always tended to be a bit ahead of the European vans, especially when it comes to features and gadgets. So yeah, I'm going to head back to Wellhouse now. I'll just get a bit sporty with the kick down. Yeah, now you hear the engine when you do that, but yeah, nobody's going to drive it like that. No, I like it. It's comfortable. It's a pleasant vehicle to drive in. Even the armrest on the door is at the right height for me. For smaller people, there's another one lower down. So it's just a pleasant, well-designed, easy to live with Japanese van, as they mainly are. No, I think they're going to do. I get it now. I understand why David's so keen on this van. I think it's a little gem. It's unique. Having that huge bed, Thetford cassette loop, mini oven, and a really well-spec kitchen, and even things like that extractor fan, remote control extractor fan, side awning, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This is a winner. This is a cracking little van. In summary, this is a rare thing. This is one of the first vans I've driven in a long, long time that's the same size as a side kitchen van, but a genuinely credible alternative. Many of the ones I've tested, they've been okay, but there's been lots of compromises. On this one, there isn't any compromises. The only thing you don't get is the rear travel seats. But if you need the rear travel seats, get the short wheelbase one. So something for everyone with this van. Really, really interesting, unusual layout that works well. I didn't expect to like this one as much as I do, so I'm quite surprised by it. Interesting vehicle. You should take a close look at this one.
So we mentioned we'd give you a sneak preview of the short wheelbase. It's the black one on the left here, and it's only 4.7 metres long. The white one's 5.08 metres. And we'll just have a quick look in the workshop at its progress in build. We'll do a full report when it's finished. And as you can see, it's already been fitted with the pop top, and they've just started kitting it out. The layout inside, floor rails, side kitchen, so very similar layout to the Ford Transit Custom they do, but there's a bit of a difference up front. As you can see, there's quite a bit of extra room, so they're going to add an ottoman which will double as storage and seating.